Inspector Harry here to inspect not a murder, but to see if Rian Johnson has redeemed himself after Last Jedi. Knives Out, written and directed by Rian Johnson, director of Star Wars The Last Jedi, and is Rian Johnson's 2019 murder mystery movie. So Knives Out tells the story of a crime novelist who is tragically murdered on his 85th birthday, and a detective played by Daniel Craig is called in to inspect the crime and to uncover all of the lies and treachery with this family. I know it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse and that I hated The Last Jedi. I don't hate The Last Jedi. It simply wasn't the movie I wanted it to be, though. I would have done things differently with it. Nothing against Rian Johnson as a person. I do think his twisty style of storytelling can work for some movies, but not for mainstream blockbusters like Star Wars. Therefore, I found the decisions he made with the script of The Last Jedi extremely questionable, but thankfully that isn't the case with Knives Out. Knives Out is a huge improvement over Last Jedi. Knives Out maybe Rian Johnson's best movie to date. That's not to say it's without its gripes by any means, but this is overall such a smartly written and impressive murder mystery, and it does bring back the classic murder mystery genre to the 21st century. This is the kind of movie that Rian Johnson should stick to directing, as his twists took me by total surprise here. I love this movie considerably more than I thought I would, and not just because of my thoughts on The Last Jedi, but also due to the fact that I'm not a big fan of murder mysteries. So often they are ever so grim and unbearable, like Three Billboards. That is one of the most overrated movies I have ever seen in my life. But at least Knives Out is far more watchable than the majority of murder mysteries for me, as this one had some light-hearted elements to it. So it would never crush your spirit like some murder mysteries do. At least this one has sort of a happy ending, so I have no problem getting through this movie. And this movie has one of the finest assembled casts of a movie in 2019. We have several Bond actors in this movie, and that is freaking terrific. Both Daniel Craig and Ama Danames star in this movie before they will star in the epic conclusion to the Daniel Craig era, No Time to Die, in April 2020, and they were also working on this movie at a similar time. So, man, they have been working their butts off in terms of acting. Daniel Craig as the inspector is one of my favourite characters in this movie. He's the Sherlock of this story, and Daniel Craig does put on such a accurate American voice, similar to what he did in Cowboys and Aliens. That you forget you're watching James Bond here, and and Ama Danames' character, not only is she a stunning supermodel, as are all of the ladies in this family, but she is such a she's such an innocent character. I do love that the family members of this family, for the most part, so they were likable, and you didn't want any of them to be found out or confirmed as the murderer, and that's what some murder mysteries lack, of likable characters, and even Jamie Lee Curtis's character. She is the grandmother of the family, the matriarch, and she is a more than worthy family leader. She is so freaking stellar in this role, as she is as Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise. And even Chris Evans stars in this movie. That's right, Captain America himself, though his character here is the exact opposite of Captain America. His character in Knives Out is a dick. He is easily the one member of this family that you want to rat out as the villain. I'm not going to ruin any of the delightful twists, as Rian Johnson's twists and turns throughout this movie's runtime will keep you on your toes big time, and as long as you are on board with the mystery in a murder mystery, you will be sucked into it until the end, and that is exactly what Knives Out does. There is rarely any dull moments in the investigation, and as the mystery goes on, we get to. And as the mystery goes on, we go deeper into the characters' relationships, and how they tie in to the murder of the victim, and this movie doesn't feel like a modern movie whatsoever. It feels like you're watching one of the classics. I love that Rian Johnson is attempting to bring back some of classic cinema today. And there's even a wonderful send-off to this movie in the end credits song by the Rolling Stones. And does Knives Out still have its room for improvement? Sure. I just have two negatives with this movie. Though this movie is thankfully a shorter and better paced movie than The Last Jedi, the second act of this movie, the middle, was the most slowly paced section. That was where some parts of the investigation were drawn out unnecessarily, and you did want the movie to get to it already, and also the subplot with Jamie Lee Curtis's husband cheating on her. It's barely resolved. At least the primary storyline of the movie, who the murderer is resolved, but we don't see Jamie Lee Curtis's reaction to her husband cheating on her, and she deserved to find out after being betrayed like that. But the positives certainly beat the negatives here. So overall, Knives Out maybe my favourite murder mystery movie, and is the best example of how to do a murder mystery. Not bad, Ryan, not bad. I give Knives Out 4 stars out of 5. Great movie. So yeah, Mr. Johnson, just make mystery movies from now on. I'm so pleased I can Rian Johnson as a director again. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What do you think of Knives Out, and which is your favourite Rian Johnson movie? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I review Jumanji: The Next Level, even though I don't have the highest of hopes for that sequel. In my book, it's an unnecessary sequel. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.